Don't miss the big parade of Easter shows on ITV and Channel 4. Get this week's TV Times. There's so much to watch, so much to read. Don't miss the big films and great holiday entertainment. There's grand opera with Pavarotti and Aida. Sparkling comedy, action and drama. Drummond's is back in a new series. Plus save pounds on coach trips. Win this fabulous car and a holiday in France. And collect part 1 of our exclusive guide to good living. All in your Easter holiday TV Times.
Monday Morning on Thames brings you, among other things, a display by star gymnasts from the USSR, introduced by Suzanne Dando, and begins 11:30 Monday morning. Now, back to today for the A-Team.
This Easter, show you care with the Red Tulip Easter selection of quality eggs, chocolates and novelties, available at your local supermarket or food store. The only problem is making people wait until Easter to enjoy them. Red Tulip, making Easter special.
Searchline Special will be back on Good Friday, so please join us in our search for lost family and friends. We'll be looking for a bunch of ATS girls who are known as the Pauline Garner's pistol-packing mamas, John Mackenzie's friends from the Archie's Juvenile Band, and Natalie, the long-lost daughter of Mairead Barbucci. So please join me Good Friday at 8 o'clock.
In a moment, we join Sue Carpenter at ITN to catch up with the latest weekend news.
Nice, eh? Cadbury's milk chocolate, delicious white filling, and that lovely yellow yolk. Hello, he's back again. Remember him? 600 cream eggs, please.
I'm not going to get caught like that again.
Morning, can I have 6?
100 cream eggs.
No, 6,000.
He's got bigger, hasn't he?
Cadbury's cream eggs. In your shops now. But they're selling fast.
Top entertainment for Easter Monday here on Granada. At 7, What's My Line? Eamon Andrews in the chair to host the Celebrity Challenge, while in Coronation Street at 7:30, Brian's fuming.
She's walked out on me and she's took my son with her. Who says she can just walk out? Who says she can just take my son away because he's my son just as much as hers?
Well, then go and do something about getting him back then.
At 8, Benny Hill is back with Every Mod Con.
It's a pity you ain't got remote control.
Yeah.
But the laughter has to stop in the long Good Friday.
Colin's been carved up and I've got a bomb in me casino. We got gang war in our heads, right? We already have.
11:20 brings international entertainers.
I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face.
Gloria Gaynor and Alan Price are the international entertainers at 11:20. Music, comedy, action and drama for Easter Monday on Granada.
Sing a song of sixpence, the king he gave sigh. He wasn't even partial to blackbirds in a pie. But when the pie was opened, much to his surprise, his favorite Cadbury's buttons were right before his eyes.
On BBC Two in 5 minutes, Patrick Stewart and Cyril Cusack star in tonight's story of Maybury. Here on One now, the ups and downs of the jump jet.
Here's an eye, and there's a nose. Some soft white fur here, quite a lot. Then an ear that grows and grows. Let's look and see what we have got. It's Buffy. Hello. I've just been combing Buffy's fur because she's got to look her best. She's having her picture drawn.
Entertainment for Easter Monday on BBC One. At 5:30, the Robert Brothers International Circus gallops into action with all the traditional excitement and suspense of the big top. At 6:30, Larry Grayson's Easter Generation Game. At 7:20, Where Eagles Dare, starring Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton.
Lieutenant, drop that gun. What? Drop that gun and sit down.
At 10 o'clock, Dave Allen.
Vicar, from here it looks like there's a tree growing out of your head. Move to your right, please. Thank you.
At 10:50, Perry Como's Easter by the Sea with Kenny Rogers and Debbie Boone. Entertainment for Easter Monday on BBC One.
Well, in 10 minutes on One, every man investigates the drama and the controversy surrounding the Passion Play performed during the summer season every decade at Oberammergau in Germany. First, the news with Peter Woods.
On a day of demonstrations in Northern Ireland, 2 die in an incident involving an army vehicle. Mrs. Thatcher flies to Saudi Arabia, Britain's first Prime Minister to go there. And in London, the Easter parade brightens up a grey day.
After school, we played football. Dad said he could have played for United, but he married Mum instead. He said the old magic was still there, but Mum called half-time and gave us all a Milky Way. Milky Way's really ace. It's milk chocolate on the outside and all whipped up fluffy and light in the middle. Later, Dad showed us some fancy footwork. We could see he hadn't lost his touch, but we decided it was time for tea.
Milky Way, the sweets you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite.
Easter holiday entertainment this Saturday on BBC One. At 6:35, the Golden Easter Egg Awards are presented by Noel Edmonds.
For real spectacular driving, watch this.
And at 7:05, the Paul Daniels Magic Easter Show with all the thrills and excitement of the circus.
Yes, tonight we're putting on a circus. We're putting on a circus for you. Tonight we're putting on a circus. Tonight you're gonna see the greatest show.
BBC Two viewers are about to begin another excursion to Topple's Israel, where he recalls his teenage years and revisits the kibbutz, which gave him his first taste of communal living. Here on BBC One, it's time for A Question of Sport with David Colman.
I like to eat my...
Cut! Take 17.
I like...
Cut! Camera! 33.
Cut!
Now, several people have written to me saying it's only this big. Well, loves, it's what you do with it that counts, you see. No.
It's 2 furlongs to go. Lester's on the outside of Cream Egg, trying desperately to get on the inside, and it's going to be a photo finish.
Edwin, yours.
When you're working hard and feel a bit peckish, stick out your hand for a Cadbury's double-decker. Under that thick Cadbury milk chocolate, there's a unique double filling. A crispy, crunchy downstairs mingling with a chewy, rather satisfying top deck. So when you're peckish, catch a Cadbury's double-decker, the double-filling bar for the double-filling feeling.
This evening on BBC One at 7:15, there's the film version of the phenomenally successful rock opera by Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Of colors that sends the blues away. It's a milk chocolate party when the band begins to play. Cause a handful of Smarties makes you feel happy all day. And a handful of Smarties goes a long, long way.
Darling, what now? What? Easter eggs? Yes, I went to Woolworths on the way to my meeting with the chairman. Yes, all of them. At Woolworths. Your mother, Uncle Ted, Judy, the girl next door, the lot. No different ones. They've got hundreds. What? No, I can't say that now. Yes, I am an angel. Yes. No, I can't say that. Don't make me say that now. I love you.
It was an ordinary day when suddenly Dreamer came into my life. Immediately I was drawn into incredible adventures. I met Cheryl, a girl detective, a ghost ballerina, a dog who stole 2 hearts, and I got a free heart bracelet. Dreamer for girls who loved great stories.
Out making a cup of tea. I do beg your pardon. Happy birthday to Laura Callis of Plimpton, who's 4 years old today. 4 bunny hops, please, and that's from, excuse me, 4 bunny hops, please, for Laura. Thank you very much, and that's from all the family, Laura. Happy birthday, Anthea Jane Ellicott of Denbury House, Willand Old Village, is 8 years old. It wasn't you, was it? You little liar. Willand Old Village, 8 years old today. Please stand on your head. Thank you very much. Anthea, oh, he's going to do it. I didn't think he'd do it. Near enough. That's pretty good. Dale Jarvis is 5 years old today. Comes from Hartland near Bideford. A very happy birthday to you, Dale. Happy birthday to Lindsay Gardner, who lives at Thatcham Park, Yeovil. 5 years old today, and she would like 5 bunny hops, please. Thank you very much. And that's from Mummy and Daddy and Sister Lisa. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Happy birthday to Richard Joshua Bale of Indian Queens, Cornwall, 3 years old today. And Richard Joshua Bale would like 3 bunny hops. Is that it? And it's Daddy's birthday as well. And it says, kisses for Judy from Daddy. Well, as we said before, she's in Tunisia, but I'll tell her when she comes back. Happy birthday, or he will. Happy birthday, Adam Husband, who lives in Buckfastleigh in South Devon, 4 years old today. 4 bunny hops, please. And just got time for Kelly Roundsley of Barnclose, Widden Down. 3 bionic jumps, please, and that's from all the family, Kelly. And that's all we got time for. I hope you have a really nice birthday if it's your birthday today. Bye-bye.
Now it's time for the flan-flinging programme, packed full of fun and frolics. Guests are Super Sting of the Police and rock group Genesis, so hold on to your hats. It's Tiswas.
Somebody missing.
Who? You're here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yes, we're hearing your telly.
Where's Foggy?
Foggy's not in your telly.
Well, now the weather. Any fog over central and southern Britain will soon clear to leave a dry day with sunny intervals, although it'll be cloudy with a little drizzle in the southeast at first. Northern Wales and northern England, together with Northern Ireland and eastern Scotland, will be dry, with a few sunny intervals, but some rain in northwest Scotland will become more persistent by evening. Most places will have quite a warm day. And that's the weather.
BBC Two takes off next week with 3 new programmes. On Thursday, Accident, a series that brings together a group of people in one eventful moment.
Tuesday, the 28th.
Hang on. The pastor's bloke in front.
Look out! And in Radio Times, there's a background article on the series and the people who were brought together on the fateful day. There's more drama on Sunday in The Birds Fall Down, as Laura discovers that Count Diakonov is the centre of intrigue.
Don't talk to me in that nurse's voice. Tell me the truth.
You need not die. You are the victim of a conspiracy.
Drama and suspense in The Birds Fall Down, and in Radio Times there's a chance to meet its celebrated author, Dame Rebecca West. Tuesday on BBC Two heralds the start of The Voyage of Charles Darwin, a new series which chronicles the epic scientific journey of the Victorian naturalist to South America. The journey which inspired him to write the controversial The Origin of Species takes him to the Andes, the beautiful Galapagos Islands, and the waters of Tierra del Fuego. Details of all next week's programmes are in the new Fireside edition of Radio Times.
Well, this is BBC One, and now an omnibus film about the artist Paul Gauguin, The Savage.
Easter Monday entertainment on BBC One. At 6 o'clock, the final International Superstars competition comes from Cyprus, where historical sites provide a dramatic backdrop to this battle of the champions. At 7 o'clock, Wogan, and at 7:35, Bob's Easter Full House. At 8:10, the Cannonball Run. Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise, Farrah Fawcett, Roger Moore, Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. compete in the world's craziest car race, a free-for-all across America. At 10 o'clock, Dave Allen, with a variety of disguises and his own unique wit and wisdom. The all-time great movie at 10:50 is The 39 Steps. Robert Donat stars in the classic Hitchcock version of John Buchan's immortal spy thriller.
Clear out, Henry. They'll get you next.
Easter Monday on BBC One.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pleasure I offer is hard to resist. The finest assortment in the world, I insist. Milk and plain chocolates, all stars in their right, with centres so splendid you'll thrill with delight. Too many to remember, not one to forget. Some you might recognise, some you won't yet. They're all made by Terry's. Ah, I see you're impressed. Now all that remains is their name. Have you guessed? Terry's Harlequin, an assortment of magical tastes.
Oh, Rolo. Can you draw stereos?
Uh-huh.
Great. Can you draw girls?
Girls? No problem.
Would you like my last Rolo?
Rolo. Soft, creamy toffee in a milk chocolate cup.
Can you draw the blind?
Do you love anyone enough to give them your last Rolo?
Oh.
One chunk
leads to another.
One chunk
leads to another.
It's a glass and a half. In every half pound. One chunk
Leads to another chunk. One chunk leads to another.
As a background to the Long Search series, there's a BBC book giving an illustrated study of the world's religions. It's written by Ninian Smart and is available now from booksellers, price £7.25. The Long Search tomorrow evening reports from New York, London and Jerusalem and tries to define what makes a Jew, and looks into the belief that they are God's chosen people. Well, that's tomorrow evening at 9:50 here on 2, with a second showing next Sunday at 5:50. The Songs of Praise on BBC One now comes tonight from Portrush in Northern Ireland. But here on 2, here's Peter Woods with this week's News Review.
Good evening.
This little angel has a secret love. Don't get caught. Such a devious boy, heavens above. Don't get caught. And she simply can't resist.
The smooth shell of Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate and the irresistible creamy flowing yolk that will ultimately give them away.
Don't get caught with egg on your face. Can't resist them Cadbury cravings.
Don't get caught.
What about Humpty? Is he hiding anything? Oh, yeah, he is, yes,
Conditions only where you need it.
Easter Sunday on Central in a few moments, a Disney cartoon, and then at 4:30, it's Supergran.
If you ask me, a lot of your tyres and brakes need a damn good SMC too.
Excuse me butting in, but I thought I heard you mutter that there's nothing richer tasting than the taste of Anchor butter.
No, there's nothing richer tasting than the taste of Anchor butter.
The reason's right here. I'll grow it out the ground. It's this green, green grass that grows all year round.
The reason's right here, growing out the ground. It's this green, green grass that grows all year round.
Why, right through the winter, you'd find it'd last you, which is why Anchor cows can always eat pasture. Oh, yeah.
Which is why Anchor cows can always eat pasture. That rich, creamy taste, there's no way you can mistake it, even though other spreads try their best to imitate it.
When you've tried Anchor butter, there's no richer to be found, 'cause only Anchor cows eat grass all the year round.
The thing about Angel Delight is that it tastes deliciously creamy. It's also very, very light. Bird's Angel Delight. Don't let go of your glass.
Look, she's going to make the sauce. That used to be my job, but not anymore. Not now they've got Visto sauce granules. See how easy it is? Sauce whenever you want. Rich, smooth, delicious. Trust Visto. And the taste? Yeah, it's obvious they don't need me anymore. I suppose you're wondering who I am. The name's Peter. Peter Pan. Visto sauce granules. Sauce without the saucepan.
There comes a time when it's nice to know you're with experienced people. People who give helpful, expert advice. Abbey National. We're with you all the way. Now and into the future.
Take the Star for the liveliest daily with lots to say.
Take S.
Searching. Get the news first from the paper that's first for the news.
Take T.
Terrific with TV to pop news, star glamour and gossip, features from fashion to fitness. Action-packed star sport, running to racing, snooker to soccer, star exclusives put you right in the frame. Rewarding, Bo Peep, Judge Dredd, bingo, fun and star lucky numbers for lucky star readers. Searching. Terrific. Action-packed. Rewarding.
Whose life is daily? Take the Star.
Listen to the fruit salad. Never stops talking.
Oh, be gentle with the topping. Don't try my flavour.
If only it could be Nestle Tip Top. It is
Tip-top. I'm not cream, but I certainly taste creamy. I'm lovely and light. I'd make anything taste creamier. Sauces, desserts, coffee. Whoop-soo. Aren't you looking slim, Mum?
With your help, Tip-top.
Everything tastes better with Tip Top. Pour over topping with a creamier taste.
Seeds produce poor specimens unless the growing medium is right. A peat-based compost is best in all...
Fison's Levington are peat-based.
Being light, compost can easily dry out.
But Levington has a unique water retention agent.
Plants may exhaust the nutrients in many composts.
Not in Levington. Not now it's got a richer blend of nutrients and trace elements.
The healthier plants take 2 parts hoof and horn, 2 parts superphosphate.
For healthier plants, take a leaf out of our book. Fison's Levington Composts.
If there's one thing you can bank on this bank holiday, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, open all over the bank holiday.
Johnson's 99p sale is on now. Trousers or skirts cleaned and hand-finished for only 99p. At Johnson's now.
Till we meet under the great oak. Love, Robin. Till we meet under the great oak. Till we meet. It's for you. It's for me?
Greetings. If thee be missing a loved one, use the phone. You'll find it so much easier. The phone. It's for you to get hold of a loved one.
Come on down to Fisher's Great Spring Spectacular and see our unbeatable prices. Choice, value and guaranteed fitting within 2 days at any Fisher's carpet store now.
Hey Tosh, here's a question. How much of a high-tech Toshiba 21-inch FST television would you expect to rent for under £10? Remember, this is one of the greatest advances in TV technology since colour. Well, unbelievably, at Martin Doors you can rent this complete 21-inch Toshiba FST colour TV for only £9.95 a month. Or you can rent the very same Toshiba FST TV together with the latest Toshiba VHS video recorder for just £20.95 a month. That's an awful lot of Toshiba, Tosh, for less than £21. Martin Doors TV and Video World. We challenge you to rent or buy for less.
And that's all for now. I'll be back with the main news on BBC One at 20 to 10.
Well, I think it must have been one of the coldest Easter Sundays for many a long year today, especially in central parts of the country where the temperature was only around about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. That's only in the sort of upper 30s Fahrenheit. There is warmer weather on the way for later in the week, but of course too late to save the holiday because it's going to be just as cold, just as unsettled as ever in the next few days with this low pressure milling around us. As far as this evening is concerned, for England and Wales, a good deal of cloud, I think, scattered about already, or still there are some outbreaks of rain and sleet, and during the course of the sort of evening and first part of the night, there will be more in the way of rain and sleet and snow working its way across most of England and Wales. I think you'll find much of the sleet and snow is in the northern areas, although there will be some on the hills further south, 1 or 2 sleet or snow showers in northwestern areas there of Scotland, but tending to ease off most of it in the further south you go later on in the night. A cold night everywhere, a touch of frost in some western and northeastern areas. And then tomorrow, well, I think we'll find there will still be some outbreaks of rain, sleet and snow to begin with in northern and eastern parts of England, but hopefully by the end of the morning that will have moved on. And then really it's going to leave us with a pretty cloudy day just about everywhere. Not much in the way of dry weather either, a little bit of brightness perhaps scattered about, a little bit of sunshine as well. The best of that in eastern Scotland, but there will be some scattered outbreaks of rain, sleet and snow once again. Most of the snow probably in northern areas, and of course having talked all the time of snow, it is going to be a cold day everywhere, 7 or 8 Celsius, the mid-40s Fahrenheit.
2 programmes later tonight on BBC One. At 7:15 AD, Anno Domini, a major new 5-part series chronicling the birth of Christianity.
I thought things were quiet in Palestine.
Things are not quiet in Palestine.
Those rebellious Jews, is there no pleasing them?
All is well, Caesar. Attend to your health. The empire is stable under your rule.
Hello, Your Majesty. We are glad you could make it.
And at 10 o'clock, Royal Gospel Gala, a special concert by top gospel artists in the presence of Her Royal Highness the Princess Anne to raise money for the Save the Children Fund. 2 programmes this evening on BBC One.
Now on BBC One, we join Sally Magnuson with our Easter Songs of Praise from Bury St Edmunds.
Motor oils may look the same, but when it comes to quality, are they the same? Because unless the oil has additives to prevent corrosion, inhibit and disperse sludge, and control the flow of the oil, it will only lubricate, not fully protect. Does your oil have all these protective ingredients? Esso Superlube has the lot. Esso Superlube, the striped protector. There's no better oil.
When you finish your film, there's only one place to go. Great prints in your hands at Super Snaps.
May I hope you're enjoying your Easter Bank Holiday Monday evening here with us on Granada. And here's Emin Andrews now with another edition of What's My Line?
From London, What's My Line? With Eamon Andrews.
Hello there and welcome. Almost fell over my chair there. I hope you're having a very happy Easter. We must be the only place in the whole land that still have our Easter eggs intact. Not for long. Oh. Yes, broken at last. Ernie Wise, do better.
Yes, did it.
They're supposed to be hollow, but they're not. There's lots of sweets inside mine. Jilly Cooper.
Yeah.
Patrick Moore.
Why have I only got a small one?
Well, you
Oh,
did.
Red.
You can answer that.
Angela Rippon. George Gale.
A man of determination.
Oh, he'd smash an egg all right. Now, if you're all very good in the audience, we'll share the bits with you later. Would our first challenger sign in, please? You know the rules by now. Owen Stockstall, peace of mind. Thank you, Owen. What was that? I almost missed that. It was so good. Now, we're going to show you at home what Owen Snoxall does for a living. I'll tell you when it's off the screen. All right. And he is salaried. And before we start with Patrick Moore, where do you come from, Owen?
Barton-le-Clay in Bedfordshire.
Barton-le-Clay in Bedfordshire, Patrick Moore. Stop eating
Hello.
that chocolate now.
Sorry, Owen. Good evening. Would I be right? Let's just see. I know how devious Eamon is. Is your occupation in any way seasonal?
Not really. Well, I think I agree with you that not really is the true answer, but in the purpose which we're defining now, it would appear to have a seasonal aspect. We couldn't really, even much as I'd love to, give him a total no on that.
Right, so it's got something to do with
The
Christmas.
aspect of
True, yeah. He missed that. He'd have given me a no, wouldn't he?
I did miss that.
Right, so would I be right in saying that you've got nothing to do with Easter eggs? You would be I would be right. Yes. And I would be, the thing that's on the card is actually something to do with Easter. Yes. Yes. It's the, do you provide a service? No.
No, that's one gone. Angela Rippon.
Oh, and if it's something to do with Easter, is it something to do with Easter in the food line?
No.
No, that's two gone. George Gale, the egg cracker.
Well, is it something to do with Easter in the sense of it being spring and this time of the year?
I think even if Easter fell in the middle of winter, it wouldn't be relevant. No, the answer is no. That's it's nothing got to do with spring in that sense. I think I'm right in saying. I hope I'm not doing you a wrong, George.
You probably are.
Am I?
No.
No. That's another one. No, I won't charge that. Right. It's Ernie Wise.
We've established it's something to do with Easter, right? That's right.
That's
yes.
right.
Do you make something?
Yes.
Well, the two famous things are Easter eggs, which we've cast out, so it must be something to do with in your Easter bonnet.
Yes, Easter bonnet designer. And of course, although there's a seasonal aspect to that, he makes hats all the year round. And if you'd, perhaps maybe you did know that Barton-le-Clay is just outside Luton, it would have given you the hint of bonnets and boaters and so on. Isn't that right, John?
Yes.
And this is, of course, is a family affair, isn't it?
That's correct, yes, yes.
And you supplied the boaters for that famous movie?
That's right, Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire.
Yes, headwear for that, yeah.
Now, when you have people around the factories, I know you do have, and you sometimes give them the ladies' miniature bonnets and the gents' miniature boaters. What sort of reaction do you get when you give them this gift?
Well, they can't believe it really, but usually the thing that they do is, shall I just grab one of these?
Sure, yeah. This is what you actually give them, a miniature boat.
Yeah, we do these miniatures as well as the full size, and the first thing they do is they put it on their head, and then of course they sing, "Give me the moonlight." Give me the girl.
All right, well done.
Kick the legs up in there.
Thank you.
There's only two cups.
Patrick.
Can we possibly ask you what the mime was?
Yeah.
It's too late now, he's gone. I've no idea. No, I do know it, actually. He was putting in the straw. There are two moles in an oven, and the straw is put in. One is a female shape, and the other's male, I mean the hat shape. And then he pulled it down, and then they're roasted and toasted, and whatever happens, and out comes the basic of the hat, okay?
Right. Thank you.
Will our next challenger sign in, please? Stan Mortimer. Peace of mind, Stan. And I'll be prepared to explain that as well if you want to. No. Thank you, Stan. Stan, you come from where?
I come from Wigan in Greater Manchester.
Wigan in Greater Manchester, did you say?
Yes.
All right, coming up on your screens now, what Stan Mortimer does for a living. I'll tell you when it's off. All right, it's off your screens now. Stan Mortimer is salaried, and thank goodness we're not starting with Patrick Moore this time, but Angela Rippon.
Why?
A finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids a treat. A finger of fudge is just enough until it's time to eat. It's full of peppery goodness, but very small and neat. A finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids a treat.
Mom's got it all, but he'd give it all up for the new Mars eggs. It's the great taste of Mars, but it ain't in bars. It's in wicked new Mars eggs. So soft and smooth. You don't have to be a rabbit to want to have it. The smooth taste makes you bad for new Mars eggs. You can't get more taste in an egg.
The answer's yes at TSB.
Wouldn't it be good if your bank could help you get what you want all over the country?
The answer's yes at TSB.
Wouldn't it be handy to have a bank that wasn't shut just because it happened to be closed?
The answer's yes at TSB.
A bank that didn't charge you if you stayed in credit, where there really were friendly, helpful people.
The answer's yes at TSB.
A bank that offers discounts on music, clothes and lots more. Well, it's for real at TSB.
The banks that like to say yes.
Moving house, redecorating. If it's a question of blinds, Apollo have the answer. Slim and elegant in great colours. And there's 1/3 off. Right, 1/3 off at Apollo now.
Hello again, 12:05 tonight. Peter Cushing heads an all-star cast including Donald and Angela Pleasance and Margaret Leighton and Ian Bannon in From Beyond the Grave. But first, The Equalizer.
Sure I chase chickens. I'm a fox, ain't I? But there are chickens and chickens. And the only ones I go for are Kentucky Fried with a little herbs and spice. Nice.
Chicken bean slaw, please.
Isn't that 2 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken, barbecue beans, and fresh coleslaw? And isn't it my dinner time? Kentucky Fried Chicken is the only chicken worth chasing.
And there's comedy over on BBC Two in a minute with The Bob Monkhouse Show, featuring the Cockney humour of Mike Reid and the satirical skills of Monteith and Rand. Here on BBC One in 25 minutes, and following the end of the coal strike, we've a specially extended edition of Panorama, which will be facing the future of coal with an assessment of the mining industry, including an interview with the Energy Minister, Peter Walker. The programme also goes live to a divided mining community in Derbyshire. That's Coal's Unsettled Future, a special panorama at 9:25. And that means our late film, starring Clint Eastwood, will start at 10:25, when he plays an Arizona sheriff who heads east to collect a wanted killer from custody in New York. Also starring Susan Clark and Lee J. Cobb. That's Coogan's Bluff at 10:25. But now on BBC One, the 9 o'clock news.
Come on, kids. If you want to grow up fast, take one of these. One puff and they'll soon be in my grasp.
Not so fast, nicotine. If you want to go up fast, take one of these. With my X-ray vision, I can see the harm cigarettes do inside people's bodies. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
Chocolates? Maltesers.
It's the honeycombed middle that weighs so little. Inside that delicious coating of smooth milk chocolate is a light, crisp honeycombed center.
Chocolates? Maltesers?
Maltesers. It's the honeycombed middle that weighs so little.
Oh, what has a hazelnut in every bite? Thick milk chocolate for your delight. Nougat and caramel, golden light. And don't forget the hazelnut in every bite.
Delicious topping, full of hazelnuts in nougat, caramel and thick milk chocolate.
And don't forget the
hazelnut in every bite.
Topping, a hazelnut in every bite.
"50 years of Mars goodness, and now we bring you the biggest Mars bar ever. Even more milk, more glucose, more sugar, and more thick, thick chocolate in a bar that's bigger than ever before. Tremendous value, really satisfying. The biggest Mars bar ever.
Mars a day helps you undress and play.
ITV has a policy for family viewing. Before 9 o'clock, we make every effort to ensure that our programs can be viewed by children without causing concern. After that time, we hope that parents will share responsibility for what their children see. To help parents decide what is suitable, information is provided in the TV Times and in announcements on ITV.
Hello, Arnie. How's the tobacco bar in the D block then? Nothing grumble. Here, quick. Slip us some of your cigars like you did last week. Yeah, sure. Only I don't smoke them usual mild cigars no more. I've changed to these new Castella Classic, which are that bit wider. Which means even greater mild, smooth smoking enjoyment, but they're about the same price. You got to try them. No, you can't, can you?
New Castella Classic. Now the choice is wider.
It's lovely out, isn't it?
Preserving your garden fence with creosote can be a smelly job. Creosote can harm pets or plants, and the colour soon fades. Now there's Ronseal Fence Life, a really effective, longer-lasting wood preservative that doesn't smell, is clean to use, and keeps its colour. Yet it's so safe it won't harm pets or plants. Ronseal Fence Life. It's safe, clean, and beautiful.
2300 AD, an alien probe is destroying Earth. A rescue mission must travel back.
We have arrived at the latter half of the 20th century.
San Francisco, 1987.
This is an extremely primitive and paranoid culture.
You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space.
Take the most exciting voyage of your life. The Voyage Home, Star Trek 4, at a cinema near you now.
Extra.
Everybody's got a favorite down in Quality Street. Who's your favorite? Choose your favorite down in Quality Street. Favorite down in Quality Street. Favorite down in Quality Street.
Bison's Clear Cut is an easier way to grow plants from cuttings. You simply take your cutting and plant it in the clear-cut pot. The clear gel lets you see when it's time to replant. The rest you leave to Mother Nature. Bison's Clear Cut. Clear and simple.
Abbey National. We're with you all the way, now and into the future.
And it hasn't started yet. Oh, here it is.
Words poetic, I'm so pathetic that I always have found it best.
If you follow the magical adventures of Ronald McDonald on these wipeable McDonald's placemats at 46p each and collect one a week for 4 weeks, the backs fit together to make a terrific Ronald McDonald adventure game. You can catch them now at McDonald's.
ID, module, belt, phaser, and helmet.
Introducing the ultimate game on planet Earth, Photon.
Intruder alert, intruder alert.
Now you can hear and see when he's hit electronically. The one and only Photon. He's beaten. It's the ultimate challenge from the ultimate game, Photon.
It's Woolworths. Tremendous, gigantic, colossal, once-in-a-lifetime, fantastic Woolworths toy sale. Now on, don't miss it.
The etiquette.
The desert heat bother you, Ted?
Not at all. I come from a kind of a desert area in Texas, so I'm kind of used to it, you know. Besides which, when we're doing the scenes, we get so involved with what we're doing that we don't have time to think about the heat, really.
How's the rest of the cast standing up?
Oh, very, very well. Well, what we've been doing today is probably the most strenuous thing we have with the dancing. But they're doing phenomenally well, surprisingly well, as a matter of fact, because we were afraid we might have a few heat strokes or something out here, you know. But everybody's doing quite well.
Ted, what are your thoughts playing the role that you're playing in this particular place? Do you think about it?
Oh, of course. It lends tremendously to the role. I mean, I think it could have been done in just about any other country, but I don't think it would have had the effect on us as actors for the story that we're doing. I know there seems to be a constant air of spirituality for me that lends enormously to the role. Just looking out across the desert here and thinking in terms of we're doing something where something might have been done originally, it's quite amazing for me. You know, it helps tremendously.
Have you and members of the cast taken time to visit the religious shrines in Jerusalem?
Yes, well, we spent the first 5 or 6 weeks, I believe it was, of the production in Jerusalem, and we went each Shabbat we went. And the first couple of days that I was in Jerusalem, I spent most all the day in the old city, you know, just walking around and trying to familiarize myself with where things supposedly actually happened, you know. And I've been to En-Gedi, I've been to Qumran, where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, and of course here's the Dead Sea, and soon we'll be going up to Tiberias into the Sea of Galilee, so it's all quite effective, quite beautiful.
When you're filming and the Israeli Air Force flies by in their jets, does that bring Jesus Christ Superstar's story home a little closer?
I think it brings it more up to today. I mean, we get so involved with the desert surroundings and thinking in terms of the past when it really happened. But when those jets fly over, there's no way to maintain a historical point of view. It's frightening, quite frightening, because sometimes they pass quite close to us. And we never know what's going to happen next, you know. In the distance, we can see the smoke puffing up from the bombs, from the practicing or whatever they're doing, you know. They're playing war 10 miles away from us. It's frightening, but it lends to it. It brings us back to reality, so to speak.
Thanks very much, Ted.
Okay,
good luck.
Thank you.
Next Thursday's film travels into deep space with the Battlestar Galactica leading a cumbersome caravan of interplanetary refugees from an interstellar ambush to a new and safer frontier. This is Granada.
At 9 in Call My Bluff, Patrick Campbell is joined by Arthur Marshall and Pauline Collins, and Frank Muir leads Sir David Hunt and Gabrielle Drake. At 9:30, Terence Rattigan's evergreen The Winslow Boy with Alan Bedell, Michel Doctrice and Eric Porter.
In this letter, it says, you stole
a post-lord, and I don't want you to say anything until you heard what I've got to say. If you did it, you must tell me. I shan't be angry with you, Ronnie, provided you tell me the truth.
Unfortunately, Mother Nature hasn't yet found a way of telling us how many calories there are in the things we eat, which can be quite a problem if you're dieting. To help you succeed, what you need as part of your calorie-controlled diet is a proper system, one that not only balances all the nutrients, but even works out the calories for you. A system, in fact, like Limits 250. Limits 250 calorie meals with added bran. We count the calories, you lose the weight.
I've always said that if you really want to enjoy the countryside, there's nothing like the car. Puts you right in it.
If you don't drive more carefully, we'll both be right in it. Not so fast. We're only out for a run. I know a pussy's got 9 lives, but they only gave me 1. Whoa! Auntie Dingo! I've been absconded out the vehicle.
Well, don't just stand there, young man. Check the oil, and I want 4 gallons in the back.
Auntie Dingo!
What's he doing up there? Calm down at once!
Would you like some of our Haviline 15W40 oil, madam?
Certainly not. I want Haviline 15W40 oil.
I see.
I'm losing my gravity. Calm down! I need some money. Look in your pocket. Right.
Oh, dear.
Oh!
Decided with Texaco. There's only one chocolate Ollie says. It's the one that's white with lots of great taste. It's Milky Bar. It's Milky Bar.
Milky Bars are on me!
Guess who's Milky Bar?
Because the lady loves milk tray.
In 5 minutes, Peter Sissons presents the Channel 4 News. That's followed on 4 by Raising the Titanic, a documentary telling how a theatre company reenacted the historic sinking in London's Limehouse Dock.
This Mike Leigh season continues at 9 o'clock with Abigail's Party, a social event that causes her worried mum to seek refuge down the road at the home of a neighbour who's holding her own eventful little soiree.
Easter Day on BBC One. At 6:05, vintage comedy in Hancock's Half Hour and The Lift.
Has anyone pressed the button?
Yes, we have, but it's all fallen on stony ground, as they say in the good book.
Well, perhaps I might press it.
By all means, the ecclesiastical digit may be just what's required.
At 6:40, Songs of Praise for Easter comes from the Cathedral Church at Bury St Edmunds. At 7:15, the first part of AD, Anno Domini.
I baptize you, Stephen, in the name of our Lord.
And at 10 o'clock, Royal Gospel Gala, a special concert in the presence of Her Royal Highness the Princess Anne to raise money for the Save the Children Fund. Highlights of Easter Day's viewing here on BBC One.
On BBC Two now, Rugby Special features Cardiff and the Barbarians at Cardiff Arms Park. This is BBC One. Now we continue our season of films starring Gregory Peck with the story of Moby Dick.
Dames chant their arm for them. A gentleman will use his charm for them. Can't resist them. Cadbury's cream eggs. If maids on high heave a sigh for them, gallant men will respond. It's hello, then goodbye for them. and they end in the pond.
By popular demand, Cadbury's cream eggs are in your shops again. But hurry, they won't last forever.
Can't resist them. Cadbury's cream eggs. Can you?
Dan Dare and Hacker. Just 2 of the 5 great computer games on Now Games 4 from Virgin. Now Games 4, £9.95.
So it's this shot for the championship.
It's Mr. Cadbury's parrot.
When Mr. Cadbury's parrot goes berserk, the geezer just can't get on with his work. He'll step one on your nut, he'll stick one on your nose. He leaves those Cadbury's mini eggs everywhere he goes. Be careful, 'cause wherever you may go, you'll hear that Cadbury's parrot say, hello.
Despite today's colder weather, there were again traffic jams on many roads around holiday resorts and beauty spots. In London, the highlight of the day was the annual Easter parade.
The spectacular parade, led by the band of the Scots Guards, brightened a drab, overcast day for more than 50,000 onlookers who lined the 2-mile route in Battersea Park. 70 Texan girls, who make up one of the best drill teams in the United States, provided a colourful international contribution. 50 floats and 9 marching bands entertained the crowds. The Jersey float, decorated with 10,000 spring flowers and pretty girls, earned some of the biggest cheers. The event, which is the start of the Battersea season, has been one of London's favourites for many years. At Trafalgar Square, crowds were entertained by a comparatively new attraction, the 3rd Bengali New Year Festival. The Bengali New Year is a social occasion without any political or religious significance, but there was a festive air about the event which drew Bengalis from all over Britain to join in the fun.
And that's the news, May I wish you a very good evening.
Who's got the greatest Easter giveaway? Buy an Iceland family-sized chicken for just £4.99 and get free roast potatoes, free julienne carrots and free Sara Lee lemon meringue pie worth £3.67. Great Easter giveaways. That's how Iceland make it easy.
Well, it's just coming up to 3.5 minutes past midnight, and BBC 2 is now closing down. Don't forget that if you're not going to bed just yet, that Radio 2 is on the air. At the moment, Peter Marshall is presenting The Late Show, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, Liz Allen will be along with You and the Night and the Music. But now, from everyone here at Television Centre, this is Michael Stirrup thanking you for your company, and I do hope that you'll be joining us again tomorrow. In the meantime, a very good night. Good night.
Please like, share, and subscribe to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Show.
Because there's no room left in hell.
Die if you want to, you innocent pup.